So I don't know if you guys have heard or not, but women can be literally anything they want. And feminists are so proud online saying that feminism is about the right to choose and female empowerment and this and that, right? Okay, so all that fighting for equal rights, all of that, and you guys still choose prostitution. You guys still choose modern day prostitution. It's so crazy to me because if you went to a hooker on the corner and you asked her if she wanted to be in that life, she would not. She would tell you she does not want to be in that life. She would do anything to get out of that life. But you guys are sitting here and you're choosing to be prostitutes. And don't come at me with the whole, oh, you don't know, we need the money, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. No, you're making less than $200 a month on OF. Could easily make more money at McDonald's, but you find that degrading. Most of you wouldn't work at McDonald's because you find that degrading. You're doing it for the attention, not for the money. Let's be real.
Ooh, she is right. She is right, my friends. This is the problem that we're seeing. I keep emphasizing. One of the biggest problems today is most men in the West are looking at women as prostitutes. They're great for banging, they're great for hooking up, short term, but they are not wife or mother material. So a lot of women are now starting to realize that they're not getting the choices that they want out of men. And what that is doing is a lot of women are not getting any men to support their habits, their spending habits, and their lifestyle. So now they'll turn back to the easiest way to make money, back to the sex market. Either trying to hook up with men randomly, a bunch of different men. She's not officially a prostitute, but hey, she gets 2 or 3 meals per week. And the rest of the time, she can afford to eat out or cook something at home if she can cook. Most women these days can't even cook. But at least she can boil pasta, fry a few eggs. You know, she's good. She'll manage. But the reality of it is that a lot of women need financial help. And as AI becomes more and more prominent, this problem is going to get worse and worse. But hey, we're not just talking about prostitution today, my friends, because it's time for the older man's random reviews.
The older man random review. Learn about life from an older man. Yes, an older man.
Yes. A selection of videos that you guys send me to critique. You want the older man's opinion, and I'm going to give it to you cold, hard, and straight to the point, my friends. Okay? So subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video on the way in. Book a session if you need any help from the older man. If you need any mentoring, if you need any help for you to navigate this 2026 and start off right, I'm here for you, my friends. Go over to askanolderman.com and book a session over there, okay? And of course, you can also pick up my book on Amazon, all right? So let's get straight into it, my friends. All right, here we go. We got Pearl. Let's hear what she says.
We are going to see a crazy surge in prostitution in the next 10 years. Because we will pick prostitution over a family. I interviewed 1,000 women in a year, and it showed me the dark realities of what is going on during this year. I saw women leave their husbands over no reason. I saw women that had children go out every night of the week. And the most depressing part was how common prostitution has become. I would not be surprised if it gets legalized in all the major cities. Because from what I have seen, we will pick prostitution over a family. I'm not saying that's good, but we're seeing a huge surgence of OnlyFans models of women when they're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Women at that age have the option to get married and they are choosing prostitution. You see them going on Aiden Ross's stream. You see them getting invited to all the hot parties. Again, that's more fun and exciting to many women than a family.
She's right. She's absolutely right. Now, you want to see what lower level prostitution looks like? This is it right here.
Lily decided to take me out on a date to Subway.
Yes.
Do you not have money for something nicer? I thought we were going to go do something else on this.
I do have money. I just don't have high faith in you.
Why would you say that?
I feel like you're in it for the money and not for me.
Of course I'm in it for the money.
See, that's why I brought you to Subway. See what your true character was.
You wanted to see what my true character was by taking me to a rundown
place like this. I got dressed this morning. I got up and I got ready and I took a shower and I did all the basics just to come somewhere nicer. I thought we were going to go to Red Lobster, get margaritas, do something other than this.
So this is how they try to shame you into getting more money out of you. She want a better meal. She's not interested in you, brother. She's interested in getting 3 square meals and some alcohol to numb her pain. Some margaritas. She needs some margaritas to numb that freaking pain that she has in her. But she wants lobster with it. I'll read a few comments from this. Ty8903 says, she's wearing a goddamn beanie and she thinks she's dressed up. What a joke. Mifflin90 says, worst part is she uploaded it herself, thinking the internet would be on her side. No. Clint Walker said, you showed your true character, and I agreed 100% with this dude. Brother, if this was a test, this is great. If you didn't see this beforehand, this was a great test, and she failed it miserably. If you had seen signs of this beforehand, I would have canceled a freaking date. Don't waste your time with these women, man. Beverly Standback says, of course I'm in it for the money. Ungrateful. These girls need to stop. Their mothers and fathers fail them. Love a cheap, fun first date allows you to chill and have fun, get to know the real person. She probably never had a father figure. She has no respect for the man, period. This is not a woman that had a father in the house. You got to see the signs, my friends. She don't respect this man, period, or any man. And this, my friends, is what I'm talking about constantly. The quality of women are so low right now that men cannot find good women. I'm going to keep on this same theme. So this is what happens when you actually take a woman out to a nice restaurant and she don't even know how to hold her bloody fork. This one just takes a cake right here.
What are you that Ruth Chris?
You ever not be properly prepared for something you asked for? I feel like this is one of those videos. Viewer discretion is advised. As a man that has experienced that before in my life, it is one of the most cringiest and most unfortunate things that anybody should have to go through while on a date. And the reason I say that is because there's etiquette for everything in life. There is. And whether you agree or not really doesn't fucking matter. So y'all be asking for steak dinners and then y'all go to the steak dinner and behave like that and do that. I know she got a face full of makeup that she probably did herself. So the fact that you could put on a face full of makeup, but you can't even cut lamb chops properly, you don't know how to use basic utensils. Why are you holding the fork like OJ's your father? What is wrong with you? I know what's going on here. This is a classic case of knowing the price of everything, not the actual value. You know how much it costs to be there, right? Whether it's expensive to you or not, whatever the case may fucking be, but you don't know the value that you are bringing to that man by cutting that goddamn steak or lamb chop that way. And because you don't know the value, you don't realize that you can lower his value as well. And another thing, I can't stand when you're at dinner with somebody, bro, and they can't put their fucking phone down. They got to record every waking moment of the experience, bro. That shit is so frustrating. So not only do you not know how to hold a knife and fork properly, you got to record every single bite. Why? Who raised you, bro? I don't understand. Like, what was your parents doing? Did they not teach you this? I don't get it. And this goes for men and women, by the way. Men and women. Like, tell me you ain't been nowhere nice without telling me you ain't been nowhere nice. But you know what? On second thought, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my preferences and standards. They're just a bit too high. Maybe this is just normal for today's generation of women to go out and use a knife and fork that way. Maybe I misspoke. I'm out of line here. You know what? Fortunately for you, you ain't got to listen to me because I'm just a normal guy. Gotta keep the change.
What are you that Ruth Chris?
You ever not be properly...
No, brother, it's not just you. It's not just you. I have been teaching my daughters how to use a knife and fork from the age of 10, 11, probably younger. Yeah, both the American style and the English style. Both. So that whenever they get invited out to a fine dining restaurant, and I have taken them to fine dining restaurants, and if they step out of line and not cut their steak or not cut their food properly, whoo, mama gets upset. She's British. She is refined British. Mama gets upset. My wife is one of those that she pushes the food on the back of the fork, okay? It holds just enough food so that you don't actually freaking fill your mouth. American style, it's the opposite way where you scoop the food or you stab the fork into the food. But of course, my 16-year-old, she loves to shovel food into her mouth like it's no tomorrow. And I gotta smack her hand. She cuts properly, but she just constantly like the food's running away. So I make sure that I bring her up on that. Well, I can do it when I'm out with people, Daddy. We're just out together, family. Like, no. You practice with your family so that when you're out in public, you're completely comfortable. That's how this shit works. But the brother's right. A lot of these women want fine dining, but have no idea how to value fine dining. Number one, you don't freaking bring your phone on the table. You turn that shit down and you leave it to the side and you focus on conversation. Woo! That was frustrating to watch. And talk about how the women dress these days.
Did you know that the shorter the clothing, the greater the neediness? And the impact of this goes far beyond what you think. Share now. What I am about to say will upset a lot of people, but it needs to be said. Short clothing is not about freedom. It is about dependence. Dependence on the gaze of others for you to feel good. Oh, my body, my rules, Eliane. All right. But who is making the rules? You or others' approval? Because if you only feel beautiful when everyone is looking, the problem isn't the clothes, it's your self-esteem. There is nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, with having a beautiful body, with feeling attractive. The problem is when you depend on it to exist. When you turn your own body into the only value you have. When your entire identity revolves around, I wonder if they are looking? And then, my dear, it becomes an endless cycle. The more you seek validation, the less you value yourself. Because you know, deep down, that's not you. It's a performance. The body is a gift from God. It was made to be cared for, protected, honored, not to be offered on a platter for anyone to consume with their eyes. A woman of authority is not built with short clothing, is built with character. When you understand your real value, you understand that credibility requires posture, requires respect, requires that you respect yourself first. And this is not just for women, it is for anyone. Authority is born from your posture, and nobody can wear that for you.
Oh, this lady hit the nails right there, right on the head, man. Right on the head. So many women are lost in this idea that they need to portray their sexuality rather than the content of who they are. They want to display themselves like sex objects because apparently that's just the norm nowadays in all Western cultures. Just looking at a woman in the gym or even walking down the street in the West these days, the skirt or the dress when she goes out at night is literally 1 or 2 inches away from seeing the top of her punani. She can't bend over, she can't bend down, she can't literally any movement beyond standing up straight will literally show what's between her legs. You shouldn't be seeing a woman's underwear. Why you gotta see a woman's underwear, her camel toe? In the gym, it's just a freaking display of camel toe and freaking these spandex that enhances the butt, and the string in the middle is drawn so tight up in between her ass crack, it looks like it's cutting her in half. It's unbelievable, man. But this is where we are with our women. There's nothing more attractive than seeing a woman with a t-shirt on these days and a baggy pants. That has become attractive. The so-called athlete wear, her yoga pants, they're so damn tight. Every imprint of her body is just being squashed and squeezed and manipulated in every freaking direction. You might as well be naked.
All right. Any final questions between the two of you before we determine if we have a match?
It was commented that the outfit is teetering towards risque. I'm a fashion guy, so I have a level of tolerance, but I want to know if we would call this a 6 in a scale, 1 to 10 scale. This is a 6 for how revealing it is.
Okay.
On a normal basis and on your social media, where's the average?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, probably about a 6. This is probably as much as it gets. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it up a 7. Yeah.
So I'll let you decide. If you and I got to know each other better and decided to proceed, if I asked you to tone it down just a little bit, would that be a deal breaker for you or no?
Probably. Yeah. I want to wear what I want when I want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When a man cheats, it's like one person washing hands in different bowls. One person washing hands in different bowls. But when a woman cheats, it's like different persons washing hands.
Jesus.
In one bowl.
Blood of Jesus. Blood of
different
Jesus.
person washing hands in one bowl. It's okay. Now you know the difference. I will always be here to assist.
Right on, Professor.
Professor. 2 minutes, man.
I think the man hit it hard on the nail, man. He hammered that home in 2 minutes. Let me know what you guys think.
Knowing you're a multimillionaire, I'd say some brands may not be visible, but it might be quite costly. So I'd say 2,000.
My entire outfit, from my shoes all the way up to here, is probably less than £70.
£70?
Yeah, I mean, these are £20, £30 trainers, £10, £12 jeans, £30 jacket, £5 t-shirt.
Why? Aren't you supposed to enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Wearing a little designer badge here doesn't make me feel any better. And I've got 30, 40 multi-millionaire contacts. You know, we network together. No one wears designer clothes. You reach a level. Guess how much my watch is?
It's an Apple Watch, so I guess like 300.
No, it's a £20 Amazon watch.
Oh, it's not an Apple Watch?
Yeah, no, it's just a standard £20 Amazon watch. So one of the ways that I determine someone's wealth is the more sort of jazzed up they are. That's masking something. That's just my personal opinion.
The brother just nailed it, man. This is the problem. The luxury market is propped up by poor people, and a lot of poor people don't realize that. A massive percentage of the luxury market is propped up by poor people. Poor people who are trying to fool other rich people that they got money. While on the other hand, rich people don't give a shit. They're taking their residual income and they're reinvesting it because that's where their joy comes from. Making more money, not spending it. I'm hoping you guys are taking lessons here, man.
Victoria's Secret and Abercrombie and Fitch said that the ultimate of beauty is a 15-year-old white woman with blonde hair. What toxic beauty culture does is let's create things that women should be afraid of. As soon as we get a woman afraid, she'll buy something. And that's a multi-trillion-dollar system. Skinny trends, big butts trend, boobs trend, thick eyebrows trend. Our bodies trend. You feel like no matter how much you do, you are literally never pretty enough, skinny enough, not thick enough eyebrows. It is overwhelming. And it is the life of an average woman. We have 40, 50, 60-year-olds and beyond running around in grown women bodies, but still operating from a princess narrative. We as women are raised on this idea of being a princess. I don't believe that deep down a man really wants to be paired with a princess. I don't think it's very attractive in the long run. I have men come up to me every time I get off of a stage saying to me, what you are teaching and talking about is what we are craving as men.
Can you go into the pain of this statement that no woman is broken, most are just unmothered?
Most of them are unfathered, not unmothered. They're overmothered and underfathered. I'm just going on his words. I would never use that term, but the lack of fathers to reassure them of their beauty and how sweet they are and who they are as women is enough is what a lot of these women are missing. I'm telling you.
I've been thinking, Cole, why did I waste so much time with jerks? You were right here all along.
Right here in the friend zone for 8 years while you dated the DJ, the personal trainer, and the struggling artist.
I was young. I needed to get that out of my system. But now I'm ready for a real man.
You are tired. The bad boy stopped calling. And you need someone to pay for the lifestyle you can no longer afford.
Wow. That is harsh. I am choosing you. Isn't that what you always wanted? To be the one?
You aren't choosing me. You are settling for me. There is a difference between being a priority and being a safety net.
It's called growing up. I value stability now. I want to build a family with you.
You gave your best years to men who didn't care about you. Now you offer me the leftovers and expect full price?
You are so bitter. You should be happy I'm finally giving you a chance.
You think you are the prize. But at 32, with debt and baggage, you are not the prize. I am.
So that's it? You're rejecting me because I have a past?
I don't buy a car with 200,000 miles for the same price as a new one, no matter how much you polish the paint.
Enjoy dying alone, Cole. You threw away a good woman.
I didn't throw anything away. I just declined to be the recycling center.
Close the door on your way out. I am not a consolation prize. I am the destination. And you took too many detours.
And I wish more and more men would just start thinking like this. I see too many men give these washed up, over-the-hill women chances. I've seen many men waited for women for years and think that finally she's coming around. No, boss, she's not coming around. Listen to what this gentleman just says. Yes, it's a cartoon. Yes, it's AI generated. But the story is factual. This happens every day. Every freaking day. Let's have a real life example, shall we?
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why are you single right now?
Because the men are not enough rich to take care of me.
So you're looking for a rich man?
Yes. Yes, I want to be spoiled.
Why does he have to be rich?
Because I want to be spoiled. Because I make my own money and I need to be dominated.
So you couldn't dominate the man who you were out earning?
I'm submissive. No, I cannot.
So the man that you want, what do you expect from him financially?
I expect him to change my life and, I don't know, take care of me, give me security.
He has to pay for everything?
Yes.
Take you on trips?
Yes, of course.
Whatever you want, it doesn't matter the cost. He should be able to get it.
Yes, exactly.
But you're 29 now.
Yes.
Do you think that if you met a multimillionaire in Miami, that he's going to say, yeah, I'll give that to her? Or is he going to give it to the 23-year-old girl?
I look young, I look fresh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I think I look 23.
Okay.
Do you?
That question's up for debate, but he gives you that, right? How do you support that multimillionaire in his life?
Just me.
Just you?
Yes.
But what do you bring?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah. It's hard to be a woman today, so, and we get shit on, so.
There it is in real life, gentlemen. I show you the cartoon equivalent and how you should respond to these type of women, and I've shown you the woman that exists in the cartoon. It's a cold world we live in, my friends. It's a cold friggin' world. All right, let's watch this last one with Cam Newton. What is a baddie? I have no idea, but let's listen to this. Put this at the end, because anyway, let's listen.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My bitches is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the fucking bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What if you're dealing with a man?
It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, I deal with Jacob. And but my baddies, I got a couple of baddies that
I'm not speaking in
No, wait,
your
so my baddie Anna is dating an MLB player.
Okay.
They get money. He makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a fuck. They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
But what I'm referring to is
it's
not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
No, you said that.
No.
You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss. And
But-
so he makes, what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that shit.
Okay, but
Okay.
take financials out of it.
Okay, so what?
What are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So if he wants, respectfully, I don't watch Major League Baseball, but if he wants to be like with a young, successful baddie that is an it girl, that's what she's bringing to the table because she's definitely her follower, everything. She's more popping. So I don't know. Sometimes, like, I'm a little bit older. I don't really care about social media and followers and all that. But the younger people do. You know that. So maybe she brings more, like, to the table, like, for social media.
Oh, God. Okay. I can't take anymore. Oh, that was just giving me a headache just listening to this stupidity. Sometimes I just wonder, why do women like this even freaking just get a platform? What is a baddie, guys? Is that a hole? I have no idea. But anyway, my friends, listen, I'm gonna lock it off right there, man, because I could go on with this all day. I got hundreds of these videos sitting there. But we are in a horrible place when it comes to dating. I don't know whether this thing is going to turn around or not, but all I can say, gentlemen, is if you have the ability to remote work and search overseas, and in other words, spread your wings outside of the West, I would strongly encourage it to find a worthwhile wife. Because, to be honest, gentlemen, I just don't see the possibilities in the Western world. And I always think to myself, you know, maybe it's just the internet, and the algorithm is just feeding me more and more and more of this sort of behavior. But then when I look at what's going on here in my surroundings in Dubai, in real life, I'm getting the same freaking vibe, man. I'm getting the same thing. The men over here are not finding women. The women are not finding men. So I don't know. My wife tends to think that there are good women out there. She come across them and I ask her, well, are they married women or not married? She said, well, most of them are married. I said, there you go. And the ones that are single, would you recommend any of them? And she says, probably not. So I said, thank you. Thank you. My friends, like this video on the way out, please book a session if you need any help. Pick up my book over on Amazon, The Modern Man's Blueprint, now available on audio, on Spotify, and all the other platforms that does video. The only one you're not going to find it on is Audible. Unfortunately, I can't get it up on Audible because I don't live in the US, UK, Canada, or I think Australia. But every other platform, Google, etc., it's up there. The Modern Man's Blueprint by Paul M. Aiken. Okay, so my friends, until tomorrow, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.